Lagos at night is a living thing. The horns of cars blare like beasts, exhaust fumes choke like smoke from a funeral pyre, and the street lights flicker as though the city itself is uncertain whether to watch or wait. Tunde pedaled his delivery bike through the snarled streets, clutching the straps of his backpack, sweat running down his neck, exhaustion pressing into his bones. Rent was overdue, food prices were climbing, and his little sister's school fees waited for him like a lion at the gate. He counted his money every day, but it was never enough. Every naira and vanished into debts, bribes, and brimming grocery bags. Tonight, desperation pushed him toward a street he rarely dared to traverse. The corner was silent, save for the faint creak of a swinging petrol station sign. Under the flickering glow of a dying streetlight stood an ATM he had never seen before. Its metal surface was scuffed, dulled with age, and the screen glowed faintly, inviting. He paused. Normally, he avoided late-night machines. The abandoned station felt wrong, like a throat ready to swallow. But tonight, hunger outweighed fear. 5,000 Nigerian nairas. That was all he dared enter. The machine word, clicks louder than logic allowed. Bill slid out, 10,000 naira. Double. Tunde's mouth went dry. He counted the notes twice. Then a shiver ran down his spine. He laughed nervously, looked around, empty streets, silent night, but he could not shake the feeling that he was being watched. "No God do am," he whispered. The air grew colder, heavier, as though the city itself leaned closer to see what he would do next. The next night, Tunde returned. 2,000 Nigerian nairas became 4,000 Nigerian nairas. Then 20,000 Nigerian nairas became 40,000 Nigerian nairas. Each withdrawal brought a thrill, a shiver of disbelief, a whisper brushing the back of his mind, "Take more, you deserve more." Soon, the money transformed his life. He paid his sister's fees, bought a fridge for his mother, sent gifts to friends. Everyone praised him. Finally blessed, they said. But blessings have shadows. It began subtly. Footsteps matching his own, slower, patient, echoed behind him on empty streets. He spun around. Nothing. Just the city. Reflections followed. Shop windows, puddles, car mirrors. Always a tall, faceless figure behind him. Eyes glowing faintly, like dying embers. Each time he blinked, it vanished. Then came the money's betrayal. Notes disappeared from his wallet, only to reappear inside shoes, under pillows, even in his mother's cooking pots. One morning, 100,000 Nigerian nairas lay stacked at the foot of his bed. Wet. Cold. As if fished from some dark river. A whisper brushed his ear as he approached it, "Enough or pay." Terrified, Tunde ran to his uncle, a man versed in old Lagos rituals, a keeper of secrets most families forgot. The ATM, his uncle whispered, eyes dark, face pale, was never meant for ordinary men. A spirit bound in metal after a ritual went wrong. It gives, but it collects. Always double, always more than you expect. Greed will be your undoing. Tunde's hands shook. What does it want? Life or shadow? A man without a shadow is no longer a man, his uncle said. Beware, Tunde. It watches. Always. But greed whispered louder than fear. One last withdrawal, he thought. One more, and he would be done. Midnight found him pedaling back to the flickering streetlight. The air was heavy, sour, oppressive. His heart pounded in time with the buzzing of the failing light above. 50,000 Nigerian nairas. He punched it in. The machine shuddered. Bill slid out, 10,000 naira cold, wet, smelling faintly of rot. The screen flickered. Transaction complete. Balance, 0. Shadow collected. Tunde froze. The street seemed to shrink. Footsteps echoed, not his own, slower, deliberate, circling, coming closer. From the cracks in the asphalt, darkness pulled itself free. His shadow peeled from beneath his feet, taller than him, jagged, teeth grinning unnaturally. Eyes glowed red. It moved independently, studying him, then vanished down a narrow alley. Ton's shadowless legs carried him home. He hoped relief would follow. It did not. Days passed. The city twisted around him. Streets bent into impossible angles. Faces in crowds blurred and multiplied. Reflections in windows sometimes showed him standing still while his shadow stalked a stranger, performing tasks he never had. Sleep became impossible. Dreams were worse. He saw the ATM looming, massive, alive, glowing beneath its dying streetlight. Its screen whispered, "More, take more, we collect." Money no longer felt real. Notes dripped like water, shredded, stacked into strange symbols around his apartment. At night, he awoke to the faintest hissing outside his window or the scrape of fingernails on concrete. He spoke to neighbors. They stared, whispered, then avoided him. He could not tell reality from hallucination. Ton wandered Lagos, shadowless, and found that the city itself seemed to respond to him. Lights flickered as he passed. Horns blared in patterns that made no sense. Some pedestrians froze mid-step, staring, mouths opening but no words forming. Occasionally, he glimpsed the shadow. Just in the corner of his eye, bending coins into strange shapes, staring back at him with those jagged teeth. It was patient, always patient. He tried to avoid the ATM. But the whispers followed him, always reminding him of the money, always reminding him of what he had taken, always promising more. Weeks became a haze. Ton stopped counting days. He did not notice the heat of the sun, the smell of rain, the passing of seasons. His own reflection began to feel like an enemy. One night, he dreamed of the ATM opening its metallic mouth wide, swallowing him whole. Bills flowed like rivers around him. The shadow loomed above, waiting, grinning. When he woke, he found notes scattered in a pattern resembling the symbol he had seen in his dream. The whispering returned, "Follow or lose." He realized the truth, he was trapped. His mind, his perception, his very soul was entangled with the machine. He was its plaything. Ton now walks Lagos, a hollow man. Shadowless. Face pale, laughter hollow. People cross the street to avoid him, sensing the unnatural. Money slips through his hands like water. Some nights, he glimpses his shadow performing acts he cannot control, stalking the living, collecting debts, always smiling. Those who follow him too closely vanish. The city swallows them silently, leaving whispers behind. And the ATM remains, flickering under the dying streetlight. Waiting. Double, if you dare, it hums softly. Lagos has taught Ton this lesson. No gift is free. Some debts are paid in shadows, and some shadows never rest. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.